Hi, this is Tom Lewis from Indy Cornrows. Whew! What a game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Indiana Pacers are bringing home a W from South Beach after they beat the Miami Heat tonight 78-75. Now this thing was not pretty. In fact, probably one of the ugliest things you'll see down on South Beach tonight. But in the end, the W was absolutely a thing of beauty. The Pacers gutted out the win, making some key plays down the stretch and holding Miami scoreless in the last 2.5 minutes. It was unbelievable. The Pacers started out the game pretty hot, working into Roy Hibbert and David West, and it looked like they might take advantage of Chris Bosh's absence due to an abdominal strain. But then when the second unit came in, like they have at times this year, they had absolutely nothing. They were 2 for 12, and the Pacers lost their lead and started getting sloppy with the ball, and it looked like they wouldn't be able to even beat Charlotte, let alone Miami, on this night. In fact, with about 3:30 left in the half, the Pacers were down 9 coming out of a timeout, and they committed another sloppy turnover, their 11th of 12 on the night. And in my mind, I thought, this just isn't going to happen. But from that point, after the turnover, they held the Heat and went on a 9-0 run, got right back in the game. And then coming out of the break, they had one of their great third quarters, which included a 12-0 run, and they outscored the Heat in the third 28-14, held Miami to 14 points in the third quarter. Had control of the game, and then it was just about having the guts and the intestinal fortitude to hang on down the stretch, and boy, did they ever. LeBron James and Dwayne Wade did their best. They were flopping around trying to get some calls. Dwayne Wade in particular missed a layup late, didn't get the call. Earlier he ran into a straight up and down. Dante Jones was so frustrated, he ran to the other end of the court to help stop a break and picked up a flagrant foul for shoving Darren Collison. Now in hindsight, that could have been a flagrant 2, maybe a 1-game suspension. I was kind of hoping and thinking back on it that maybe Collison should have gotten back up and kept challenging Wade. He might have taken a swing at him, and that would have been it for him. But regardless, the Heat were frustrated. Danny Granger and LeBron James got into it a little bit underneath, as Granger was a lot more into this game defensively and battling. He did foul out, but that's the kind of effort he was given. He was battling underneath with James and a lot more aggressive, a lot better body language in this game. And then down the stretch, there were huge plays to be made. And like I said, the Heat did not score. They missed some free throws, and they couldn't get a bucket in the last 2.5 minutes. While the Pacers got some good breaks on the board, scrapping for loose balls. With about 35 seconds remaining, George Hill got stuck underneath the hoop with the ball, put up a little floater. It bounced, it was bobbled around, knocked around, finally out to Leandro Barbosa, who swung around the baseline, got it to Roy Hibbert, who was fouled. Roy clanked the first, but then he made the second free throw. Then at the other end, we had the Dwayne Wade layup that came up short, as he, instead of trying to just finish the shot, went into flop mode while he was still in the air, trying to draw a foul, and the refs didn't give it to him. And then that led to George Hill shooting a pair of free throws. He only made one. The ball bounced out, all the way down the other end of the court. So the Pacers are up by 3, 8 seconds left, and you're looking for heartbreak here. We've seen it before, but fortunately, the Heat went with Mario Chalmers for the game-tying three-pointer. He lifted and shot, also tried to flop to get a call, nothing but iron and no whistle, and the Pacers left town with a W. It was great. The Pacers were really excited after the game, jumping up and down a little bit, and David West just regulated the whole thing, yelling at everybody, get off the court. This is one game. This is not what we set out to do, is just win one game. We're here to win the series, so let's go get off the court. That guy is just a stone-cold leader of that team. He sets the tone, and I can't wait for Game 3. We'll see you at Bankers Life Fieldhouse.